Whoa, it's a bonus Quickie episode. Ah! I'm sorry. Shane's here, though. Good job, Shane.
Hey, y'all.
Chat's sort of populating in now. And the whole point of this isn't really to, like, have a whole episode or whatever. It's just going to be short and sweet. It's mostly just a reference point. So if anybody's like, I don't know how to donate, bid, use the internet, we'll just direct them to this video, and then you'll know to get ready for next week. Okay? Hi, chat. We can go through the chat real quick. Uh-oh. He was here double first.
Yeah.
Powerhouse, sponsor of the show. Tara, what's up? Carissa, hi. And George. And Casey. Oh, and Mindy, what's up? Okay, first, Shane Kelley, are we still accepting donations?
Yeah, that's a good question. When is the cutoff? Jessica is in charge of inventory, so I'm gonna say that's up to her. But
I say
I have had that question. When is the cutoff?
Saturday.
Saturday. All right, Saturday
4 p.m. or something. Just enough time.
You better be coming in with pictures and all the info on the first message at that point.
Right. Right now, we're having a little bit of a problem. Like, they know they want to donate something. They're excited. They either don't know what it is, or they do know what it is and they don't have pictures, or they don't know what they need to tell me. And so there's a lot of like messages back and forth. So if we like can give you the information you need to give me, there's a little bit less like messaging back and forth. It's fine. But if you already have contacted me and you know I need something from you, I do need it before Saturday. The sooner the better, because then like I know that you're squared away and I shouldn't like hunt you down. Or Shane won't have to hunt you down.
I'll be in charge of the hunting since you're doing all the bookkeeping.
Right, you don't want Shane hunting you down. So just go ahead and do it. And you're like, where should I send messages? Holdback Rec Instagram. Yeah, right. And then you could send it to Shane, but he's probably going to tell you to send it to me. So that was like, you know, Shane's hunting you. Just go ahead.
Or I'll just copy and paste it and send it to her.
Right, right. And then what do you need to send to me? Either a picture, a Morph Market link, or an unlisted YouTube video that's short. That's like a visual representation of the animal. Some sort of animal info. Like if it's a Morph Market link, I can pull it all from there. But if it's not, like the normal stuff, the stuff that you would care about, gender, weight, age of birth, morphs, you know, like the stuff that's relevant. And then you need to pick a starting bid. I know you guys love your males a lot, but I would encourage, I won't enforce a starting bid on you, but like I would encourage you, like, lower is better because it gets people fired up about bidding at all.
Right. If you come in with the starting bid at $1,000, you just lost most of the crowd. So.
Right.
And let me put something. Let me add something. So when you were talking about the animal info, if you're donating something that's not a ball python, which is highly encouraged, also list the species, because you know it will be a lot of ball python people in the chat, and they may not be familiar with whatever you're offering. So the more information, the better on that.
Right. And I'm not going to make up information that I assume is true, but I don't know. So like if it looks like a 18-month-old, I'm not going to guess that it's a 2022. I'm just going to say it's 400 gram male. You know what I mean? So I'm not like going out of my way to assign animals values that I don't actually know. So if you tell me all that from the beginning, it'll all be in the spreadsheet from the beginning. And then you need to know if it's a 50-50 auction, so 50% to the seller, 50% to the GoFundMe, or 100% for Sal. And I think either of those are okay because it's tough times, and any donation, we love it, right? But you just got to know which one you want, and then you got to decide who covers shipping, buyer or seller. Now, Robin, Team Redline, did donate discounted shipping. So you might want to cover it then as the seller, or like the donator, because it's going to be pretty cheap anyway. Maybe it's up to you.
Yeah, it's he offered 60% off for any shipping that's related to the auction, and it'll be a direct email situation with Robin, and he'll hook you up with that rate. There may be some verification or something going on, but yeah, 60% off. That's a pretty good deal,
right? So like if you want to, get your lot bid higher, you could offer free shipping, and then maybe it'll go higher anyway. So that's like a one way to do it. And then like, what can you donate? Animals, merch, store credit, pick of the litters or clutches of future clutches, or art, whatever. I mean, a car. Would we accept a car?
Yeah.
Sure. And the only thing we don't accept is sexual solicitations or whatever. One night stands, lays of the night. We don't accept that yet. I don't know when, but maybe.
We accept cars, but not ladies of the night. I don't know about that.
Hi, everybody. Everybody's coming in. What's up? Okay. And then if someone else, if you're like, man, I think they would want to donate because they know Sal, or they just don't know about this auction yet, you can send them this video right here, because I feel like it's going to explain it better than whatever. And your donation is in good company, because we've had large people, Husbandry Pro, Canova, Redline, other big people. I don't know if you want to spoil them a little bit.
Well, I mean, I said their names on my video that comes out tomorrow, but Ozzy's offered to donate animals. Miguel, He's evolving pythons. We got Tony from Hardwired Exotics, Billy from Mutation Creation. I don't know what I did with my list. Will from RCR. I mean, there's a bunch of big names donating to this auction, so come prepared.
Right. Mindy asked, is she allowed to use the discount code for multiple labels? Yes. Yeah. You just need to email Robin before you book your labels.
Yeah, if you buy like 4 animals from different people and it's all from this auction, it'll all be covered. He said any auction related shipping. So that, I mean, even non-animal things, I'm assuming.
Like a car. Or a hooker. Just kidding on all those last two. Okay. Structure of the auction. So we decided to do it sort of phase from high end to low end, so that a high end buyer doesn't have to wait through sort of lower end lots if they probably weren't going to bid on that kind of thing anyway. And I'm sure the lower end buyers are going to have fun watching the higher end lots. So it's going to start like a little bit more expensive retail price items to mid to lower price items. Just because that made sense to me in my mind. Like, we want to give like the most expensive lots the best chance to get the highest bid price while the most people are there earlier in the night. Right. And we'll probably give the more expensive lots more time, and then slightly less time for the less expensive lots. But play it by ear. Shane Kelley was not interested in being pinned down to a specific time for how long the lot should go. So I think we'll just be like, when it starts to slow down, start the timer then for the more expensive lots, depending on how sort of vigorous the bidding is. But
and I'm sure time limits will be enforced stricter as the time of the whole broadcast goes on. Because I mean, if we're reaching into hour 3, if for some reason it goes that long, we're going to be starting to get quick there towards the end.
Yeah. Right. So, like, all that being said, you got to ask your missus or your missus's boyfriend for permission ahead of time. Like, have your budget in mind. Like, I have $1,000 to donate. So do I want $1,000 snake or 2 $500 snakes or whatever? And like, that's what you're going to bid up to. Because like the lots aren't going to be, you're not going to have time to think about it. You need to bid hard and fast and a lot. And then we're on to the next lot, basically.
And that's a good reason for having it, the more expensive animals going down in price range as we go to. Because if you don't get that one animal, say $1,000 animal, if you don't get it, then you might be able to pick up like two $500 animals.
That's right.
Midway through the broadcast. So,
okay, tips for before bidding. All right, let's look at this. Here's a Lo-Fi Girl live stream. So when you're looking at a live stream on a computer, anyway, you go over here. There's top chat, and then you can change it to live chat or top chat. You want it set to live chat because that'll actually put them in chronological order instead of like an algorithmically determined order, which will help your feed make sense. When you're on a phone, it's called live chat, or what is it called, Shane? All chat. I think it's called all chat.
Yeah, I think it's all. I'll verify that right now.
And then when you're watching a live stream anyway, which most of you should know this, if you sort of get lagged out, you will get a gray circle by live, even though it's still playing. So you're going to always come back and check that you're actually like current. There's music. You're current with the real live.
On the phone, it's called all messages. So set your chat filter to all messages.
For each lot, we will, when we put it up on the screen, be like, hey, this lot is shipping covered by seller, shipping covered by buyer. Here's the animal info. But you're going to have to like keep that in mind price-wise. Like if your limit truly is $1,000 and you get to $950 and it's a buyer pays shipping, whatever. Keep that in mind because it's different for different lots. If you feel like you're lagging a lot, like more than 10 seconds, which is the normal lag time, you want to refresh. And by refreshing, I just mean, do that. That'll like sync you up as much as possible.
You'll have to redo your chat filter if you refresh that.
Right. Gotta pay attention. And then my husband's really mean, so I put him on like extraneous comment duty. So because I assume there's going to be literally hundreds of people there, hopefully, cross your fingers, at least in the beginning, like excessive comments in the chat that aren't bids or just like, hey, thanks Canova for donating, or thanks Ozzy for donating, like will clog up actual bids. So when it's time to bid, I'd prefer like less chit chat, and then you can bid when somebody wins, and like, or you can chat when somebody wins, be like, congrats, blah blah blah, you won, and then we'll go again.
And avoid putting numbers in the chat for other reasons other than bids. Like we don't care if your snake's 800 grams during a bidding section,
right? Right, or do like pretend bids, like where they're like, I'll donate. Like, let's say it's the starting bid is $1,000 or whatever. I'm making stuff here. Some people will put down 10 as like a joke to be like, that's all the money I have. But we'll have to stop and be like, did you mean to type 1,000? So I wouldn't even pretend to write a fake bid because it will literally just confuse everybody.
Yeah. And I just, while you were talking, I was kind of listening to my phone, and I'm on a 5-second lag. So that's why we're saying just keep it to the point during the bidding portions, because there is a lag. So then if we think, oh, well, that was a bid, or do we have to ask if that was a bid? Then it's a 5-second delay. And then
it makes the whole thing take longer than it ever needed to, for sure. So how to bid? We're bidding in $10 increments because any small increments than that is not really worth anybody's time. So all of your bids should end in 0, and all of the lots will start in a 0. You're going to type in the chat. So obviously this isn't an auction, but I will type 100. That would be how you would be bidding. And you can do multiple bids. So like 100, 120, 140. You can't outbid yourself, but those like multiple bids in one line bid for you as you sort of go along. If you put more than 3 numbers, it usually like deletes it as spam and we never even see it. You will see it, but we can't see it because it'll be like somebody just spamming random numbers. So if you want to do like a set of 3 and then like a couple emojis and then another set of 3, that should go through the system. The last highest bid before like the end of the auction is the one that wins. And if there's 2 that are the same amount, it's the first one that hits our like master computer. And so at the end of like, here's a demo. Here's a snake for sale for a bit, for sort of, we'll talk about it. We'll like, ooh, it's so nice. And then we'll start to run it. And so like you'll be bidding and having fun. And we get down to 0 seconds. Once we decided we're sort of like finishing up, you can sort of race the clock, but you might get caught behind like the duns, and the duns indicate like the end of that lot. So I wouldn't race the clock. This is for donation. You're not getting a good deal. You like that $10 extra you could have paid. I would, if you're going to do last bids, I would do it 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4, but not the last numbers. Some people are further away from their server than they think they are.
And if you haven't seen one of the whole back rack auctions yet, you can go back and look at one of the previous ones and just kind of get a feel for the chat. Correct? They're up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can kind of see how the bidding goes, and then towards the end, people start typing done, and then like that's it. That's like the gavel hitting the bench, you know?
Right. Whoa. So that'll happen. We are using this as like a visual reminder to like keep on time because we have a lot of lots.
A lot of lots.
A lot of lots. We do have final say on the winner. It could look like you won on your end, but I've just assigned another computer in the house as like the master computer. So that one's done is the main done that counts. And then all the other duns will like help corroborate that. So you need to have your bid in before the done. And if you didn't win and you think you should have won, don't yell at me or Shane or anybody else. Just bid on the next cool lot. Like the server thing will catch people and they'll think that they won, but we're warning you now, bid early, bid high, just lock it in. You know what I mean? It's all for charity anyway. Sal needs it. So you can't like quibble at the end trying to get it for $10 extra.
Mr. Holdback Rack's trash talking.
I keep being like, can you do this during the auction? He's like, of course I can. It's so easy to do everything. All right. And then we will keep a master list of both the items and the winners. So if you can't pretend to be a winner of a lot you didn't win, and you can't pretend you won for a different amount than you actually won for. You won for what you won, and you're the winner of the lot we say you're the winner of. And if you're confused, you can message me, not Shane. Shane's busy. You message me, I'll tell you what you won and who you won it from and for how much. Same goes for the donators. I can tell you who won also.
What happens if somebody doesn't pay?
They're a bad person, and I don't like them anymore.
Blasted and blocked on all my
yes, please God, why would anybody do that? And then how do you pay? Powerhouse asks, you're going to donate to Sal Gomez's GoFundMe, either 100% for 100% auctions or 50% for 50/50 auctions. You're going to screenshot that. And that's proof of payment to your seller. You send it to them. They're like, okay, I know it was purchased for $1,000. Here's a $1,000 donation. And then like, if they're not comping shipping, you would send them money for shipping and then arrange shipping date and hub and stuff like that way. Yes.
When you donate to the GoFundMe, there is an option where you can donate anonymously. Do not do that.
Right.
That is a public page. So you want your name on there. So anyone can go say, hey, yep, he did his his winning bid to the GoFundMe. That's his or her name right there. There's no questions asked.
Right. I will go check like a bitch if I have to. Make sure you actually did donate and aren't like reusing screenshots or doing anything weird. I hope nobody in the community is that, but be good. Be good. If you don't, just do what's right. We're doing what's right now. No, not being shady.
Right.
Kenny asked, will the list be released prior to auction? For this auction, yes, because I want maximum dollars, and there's no like, most people only put one item in. So I will release the list probably Friday or like a temporary one Thursday, but people it looks like they're adding each day. But that'll get you ready. The problem is that list may not be the exact order, but it'll be close. We'll probably like decide on like an approximate order of like what's high end, what's mid, and what's budget friendly.
I did forget one big name because he's already done all this stuff. Is Jeff from JMG Reptiles. So Hognose King has made a donation too. So we'll have some Hognose people, ball python people, all the peoples, all the reptile peoples.
And if you know anybody in your life somewhere who I don't know wants to donate and you don't think they know about this, share, please. And obviously we also need people who are buyers. So if you don't have a snake or item to donate, come to buy. All those are good. We love both those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Got it. So like for sure though, if you bid and do not pay, and the rule is to pay within 48 hours, please, I will block and blast for sure.
I would.
Oh
Sal is a really good friend of mine, so I'll take that as like a personal disrespect.
I know that would be fucking nuts. Please don't do that. Also, the other thing that people could do is like pretend to be the winner with like a different screenshot and like scoop the animal ahead of time. But I have the master list, so like I know what your YouTube handle is, and if we need people to verify who is the YouTube handle that belongs to the winner, I will do that. If
I didn't even think about that one. It's like, oh hey, yeah, I'm the winning bidder.
Yeah, like let's make up a story. This goes for $600. It's possible someone's like, oh yeah, I wasn't there, but I don't care. I'll like scoop it before the real winner messages Canova. No, don't do that. I will know, and I will hurt you. Oh, for fuck's sake. I would just assume all shipping is to your local hub and weather permitting. So it might not be this week if you're somewhere hot. I feel like that's normal, but I like to say that just in case. And also assume all sales are final because these will be like discounted heavily and for charity. I'm sure all these snakes are in perfect health, but I don't know. But I would just assume that. You might be able to work something out. This one's obviously perfect, but I don't know. But I'm just saying. Just assume all sales are final because it's for charity anyway.
Right.
And if you don't want to bid and you just want to be a fucking boss, you can just donate to Sal's GoFundMe during the live, and you send me the screenshot and you just get your name up here for a couple minutes for fun because you're just a boss. You're just a winner. And then at the end of the night, we'll announce like a total between auction wins and extra donations, and hopefully we can get $1 million. That's my dream.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
That would be awesome. Is there any other questions in the chat? It could be $600, Jamie. We'll have to see. That's like this sort of, it's for charity and we know why it's there, but like you could pick up a good snake potentially at a good deal.
Yeah, that snake works perfect for all of the females that are from like about this level up.
And there are a lot more like good snakes, not just like people's whatever stuff that's left over, which there's some of that too, which is fine. And I was like, I told Shane this, I was like, every $50 helps Sal. So like some people don't have a lot of money right now and they don't have snakes to donate, but they might have 150 to pay for the snake and cover shipping, and it works for their project. So we're being very egalitarian in like the lineup, but there's also some really good snakes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how many different species do we have so far?
3 ball pythons, corn snakes, hognoses.
And I know we're gonna have. I know we're probably gonna have a lychee as well, so that would make 4.
Right. I would love to see more. You know, like a cool crested gecko, like a high-end crested gecko.
Oh, we might be getting one of those.
Okay.
We might. So there could possibly be 5 different species in there. So you ball python people that want just something extra, something different to play around with, you know, pet or just messing around or whatever. There will be stuff.
Yes. I think we pretty much did it. Look at that. But if anybody has any questions, you can still message me or Shane. But this is how it's going to work. I think it'll work great. We've sort of proven that the process works. And I think some of the kinks of this system will be worked out. And also, like, it's slightly different now. You don't have to leave your Instagram handle if you're the winner, but you are required to message your winner. So, like, I don't know if we want to tease it slightly, but there will be a spreadsheet in the end with the donator's contact. So if you're the winner, you get to message your donator to be like, I won the Dreamsicle Vision Quest. So you'll be responsible for messaging them. They don't hunt you down. I would just message them that night, like, I just won, because that's the only one they donated. And then you can arrange shipping or whatever that night or the next day or whatever. Any other questions, chat or Shane?
Pip Stalkers wants us to start over.
No. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see what Husbandry Pro's amount gets up to.
That is like, so yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
I'm a big Husbandry Pro fan and user. So a commercial account is like as high as you can go. That's like unlimited everything. And it's like $300 and something a year. They're auctioning off the commercial level for life. Like you will have that subscription for life, like paid for life with that. So there's already a few people that have messaged me and told me that they're excited for that particular one because both of us have been running little promos and teasers, and yeah, there's some people excited about that one. So
yeah, and I think Robert said this is the first time he's ever offered it.
I run my store and everything too.
So you could have, 20 years of the Commercial Husbandry Pro account, depending on how long you live, for whatever we get up to. So like it'd be very easy to like ROI that one.
That'd be perfect for you, Jessica, because you have like 3 million little corn snakes. You don't have to worry about that limit,
I know.
I go through because I'm capped out at 500, so I go through my Husbandry Pro once a year and do a full make sure I've actually archived everything that was sold. They'll start building up after a while,
Right. If you put them as sold and not archived, they just sort of sit in the background and take up a slot, and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Do I really have 500?
Yeah.
All right. I think we did it.
Did we mention the day and the time? So it is September 9th, which is a week from today. I believe on my days right. And we are going live at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that will be 4 p.m. West Coast time.
Yes.
and wherever you fall at in the middle. And if you're outside those time zones, do your own math. But yeah. So
yeah, and if you're the seller, you don't have to be there at all, hypothetically. Like a lot of people are like, do I need to be there to like be in charge of my lot? In this case, no, because we're just showing your picture and talking about your snakes for you. So, I mean, we'd like it if you came in and said hi or whatever, but you don't have to, because we'll have the master list who you can check with us about who your winner was later or whatever, because it's going to be a long night. Not everybody's going to be there the whole time, but definitely be there in the beginning when the Husbandry Pro gets auctioned off.
And that's why it's important to give Jessica the information, because we can only answer questions based off the information that was passed along. So.
Right. So, yeah. So if you have already messaged me and given me pictures, but you feel like there's more information you want to tell me, like a lot of people didn't tell me live or frozen thawed or whatever. I would assume most people assume a ball python's on live unless it's not. You know what I mean?
For me, unless it's for me.
Snake Chamber asks, are shipping prices included in the price? Yeah. So sometimes, most of the time they are. Sometimes they are not. And I will tell you in the lot when we announce it. Like Canova is covering their shipping, for example. But for some of it's usually like cheaper animals. They don't also want to cover the shipping. You know, it's part of that psychology, but we will announce it each time. So you'll know if you have like a budget coming in where to stop, hypothetically.
Right. And if the shipping, and then remember like red line shipping deal. So if you're the bidder and you do have to pay for shipping, you get 60% off your, the normal rates that are out there. And if you're a donor and want to save because, you just donated an animal that you could have sold for money, you could still use the red line that way too. So
yes, we thank Robin for that. That was very nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. So basically, yes, this is correct, Pipsockers. Do not buy any snakes before the 9th. Save up all those dollars for now. Or buy it from me so I can buy something, which is selfish.
I'm in a very counterintuitive state right now, because I'm like, I can't really promo my own stuff because we're going into an auction.
But if you did sell your stuff, you could buy.
I could buy stuff from the auction,
right? So you can only buy it from Shane or me. Yeah, and that's it.
So then we could just spend it right away on the auction.
Yeah, my husband. In this case, people are like, because it's like an auction for donation, most people have included shipping. I think most lots are comped.
Well, I'll give you an example. So I donated a hog nose that is over there in the hatchling rack, and I'm offering free shipping if it's over 500 or something. Did I say?
Yeah.
But I mean, if somebody gets it for $50 because there's no interest, like I'm not going to pay the shipping on that. So
right.
That was my deal.
Right, and a couple of people have that sort of paradigm. I'm just hoping, they all go for $1 million, and then it's
right.
We're all like, we did it, yay!
And I want to say thank you to everyone that has donated.
Yeah, yes, it's been very generous all the way around, and it's like a down market or whatever, but people are still very generous.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be good. Christopher Hare. Stop. Just stop it.
Hog noses are you should, Chris. He's been hating on him lately. First she was all about him, and then she started hating on him on a couple episodes. I'm like, good, keep on hating.
I like him just fine. It's sort of like a marital debate, like whether or not they're a good pet. Because there's one on his desk, Consuela, the Mexican hognose, and I'm just like, this thing is an ass. Like it says, it's just too sassy. I just can't handle the back sass, the back talking, the flaring. You pick it up, it's like, the corn snake is a very reasonable animal. It just like acts like a snake. This thing is a different animal altogether. That's all.
They're almost not snakes. They're so different from everything.
They're like a degenerate lizard that lost its legs in the war, and I don't know. There's a lot of personality, but I don't have the room in my heart for that much drama.
Yeah. They make me they make my heart skip a beat because when they do their little huff puff hiss thing, I'm like, my first instinct was that a ball python sneeze, and then I look over there and they're over there doing their thing.
For fuck's sake,
damn hog.
Yeah. Or they'll bluff strike, hit themselves in the face, and then bite the side of the tub because they realize they're finally getting fed, and you're just like, I'm not sure how many of your brain cells.
They're a favorite pet animal right there. They got so much character.
I guess I don't know.
They're perfect for booping the snoot. You know,
they will. Their 3 brain cells are ready to be booped all day. They are dramatic. Yeah, I get. I just wish corn snakes were cooler. I don't know. All right, we've gone on long enough. Way over time. Thank you for coming, everybody. Send me questions. Send Shane questions. But this should cover most of it, right?
Correct.
Okay. Signing off. See you guys later. See you guys at least Saturday. I don't even know what I'm doing for the show. Fuck it. I'll figure that out tomorrow. But bye.